Hi YouTube. So it's been a minute. It's been a while since I posted. You guys know I'm really bad with consistency. If you've got me on TikTok, then you know sometimes I post a lot and then I'll just disappear. I'm sorry. For today's video, I wanted to do an easy eyeshadow look. I know for a lot of you young girls, it's prom season coming up soon and you don't have to pay hundreds of pounds to do glamorous makeup. You can do it at home. I'm going to show you an eyeshadow routine that is applicable to any colour and any shade range. And if you're like me and you're nowhere near the age for prom, you can just use this for whatever. Let's get started. First thing you want to do is have a base for your eye. This is going to allow the eyeshadow to stick. I'm using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I would say go for something a little bit lighter than what you would usually use, because when you've done your eyebrows, that lightness just defines the corners and it makes you look lifted.
To be snatched.
I'm gonna blend that in. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit tacky because we kind of want that. Blend it right here as well and in the corner of your eyes. So for this eye look, I'm going with warm colours. I'm using this Morphe palette. Let me show you inside. The reason why I'm going for this colour scheme is because I feel like every makeup palette has these colours, and most people when they pick up just any makeup palette, it will have this scheme. So this is what we're going to go for. But like I said, it's applicable to anything. You can still follow the steps with even like, I don't know, blue, I don't know, nudes, anything. But I'm going to use this one. Gonna want a number of makeup brushes ranging from big to small. Guys, you want to guess what the frick I just did? Okay, I didn't press record.
If you're very, very stupid, how can you possibly realise that you're very, very stupid?
I didn't press record. This is what I've got so far. I'm just gonna have to show you from the start. Okay. So I got this big brush. You want to get a wide brush, okay? This is what we're starting out with. I can't believe I didn't press record. That's so annoying. That's so rookie. Okay. We're starting out with a base colour. This is kind of, we're gonna map the shape of the eye. Now, I do apologise. I'm doing it over what I've just done, okay? You want to go in a shape like this, in a circle, and bring it over and drag it just underneath your eyebrow, like that. If you want it to be winged out like me, you just brush like that. So after doing your circles, and go like this, make a wing. I do drag it under my nose a little bit and just brush it into my eyebrows. You will thank me later. We're then going to size down and we're going to go a shade darker. I went with this colour. And we're doing the same motion, but a tiny bit smaller. So we're going to do a circle. And we're going to drag it over my eyebrow. Notice that I'm leaving this area free. We're going to use that later. And with the second shade, you can still go in the eyebrow, but I think that's as deep as we want it. It will look a bit intense if you do otherwise. This is just going to look nice with our nose contour later. We get a smaller brush, and you guessed it, we're going to go a shade darker. I'm going for this one because it looks like a nice brown red undertone. And we're going to do a small circle here. Really fanning out the edges and just take it sort of here. As you get darker, you want the wing to be less aggressive. If you drag this dark brown the same length as we did at the start, it's just going to look like a dark blob, and that's not what you want. This is where I got to before my camera. Actually, let me not blame the camera. Before me having no common sense, I didn't press record. Okay, so now we've got a sort of shape coming. Can you see that blend? How it's like dark and comes out. Oh, I love it. This is what I've been using forever, and I apply this to all my makeup looks, okay? So it works. You then want to get a smaller brush. This is a lot tighter. It's not as fanned out as the other ones, it's a lot tighter and it's small. This is going to be really concise, and we have to be because we're going in with a dark colour. We're going to go in with the darkest brown I have, which is this one. I've used this a lot. I actually use this for my eyebrows. Don't forget to top off that excess. And what I would do if I was you is do a little dot where you want it first before you start blending it out. Just so that you know that you're happy with it. Okay, there's my dot. We're going to start fanning the edges out. We don't want to fan too much on top of that brown because it will just disperse and make our eye look dark. Just want to fan like that. Don't stress too much about how it looks because we're going to go back in with the other brushes. And then I'm going to bring it over again. But this time, I'm not going too far. You can do this with other colours, like going like light pink maybe to dark red, and it'll still give the same effect and you will look gorge. The more you blend, the better. Don't ever feel like you're blending too much. As long as you're not blending like this and making your whole eye dark, then it's fine. The steps we did with these brushes, we're going to go over and do it again. I'm not going to do it again because I did it twice because I didn't record. But you're going to do it again. Now that you've done that, you've got this beautiful like blended out fanned eye or circled eye if that's what you've gone for. We're going to focus on here. If it feels a bit too dry, go back in with your concealer just to get it tacky again. You want to get a gold. There's a bunch of shades of gold on here. We're going to start off with this one. A really nice shimmery, very gold. And get it on your finger. Your finger is the best makeup tool you have. And you're going to put that, see how that sort of stops here and starts there? Like this on your eyelid. And really, really pack it in and blend it out. Make sure it is blended out and it doesn't look like a block, guys. We don't want it. We don't want that. We're going to get a darker gold. So this one's a bit bronzed. Get that on your finger. And see this line that meets with the brown? We're going to put it right there. What you're doing is creating this two-tone eyeshadow. So when I do this, it looks nice, don't it? This, it just adds that professional element. And when you take your pictures at prom or wherever the event you may be going to, it just looks so nice. Blend it right into each other. If you have to go back in with that gold to make it look blended, do it. Look how stunning that looks. And it was simple. You then want to get a really, really small brush like this. Focus. I realized I didn't have a lighter gold on that. I thought I had a lighter one, but that was actually just a matte color. I've gone into my Too Faced palette. See this? It's a lot brighter. It doesn't look like it. It actually looks the same. We're going to use that. And this is going to go in our corner, but instead of putting it directly here, see where my eye is already kind of shining there? That's where we're going to put it. So it's on our eyelid still, actually, right there. And pack it in. Just tap it right in. And that's just going to open your eyes so much. Look at that. The excess that's on here, your eyebrow here should already be bright from the light concealer that you used, but just slightly brow bone like that. Look at that. Literally the makeup I had at my own prom. I'm not joking. Makeup was done for me, but I took up a lot of tips from the girl who did it. I'm going to take a brown pencil and put this under my waterline. This is completely optional. Like, you might generally be happy with what you've got. But I just really like a dark under eye here. See, I actually like this the way it is at the moment. But if you want to, you can get a cotton bud and just make this more clean. If you wanted to take it a step further, you could get some brown liner or even black. That's still nice. But I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to come back when I've done the rest of my makeup and we're going to talk through it. Okay, so I did some makeup off camera. What do you think? So what I'm going to do now, because I didn't do this, is I'm just going to quickly drag some of that eyeshadow that we used earlier under my eye just to make it pop. What do you guys think? Was it easy? Was it easy to follow? Did I talk too much? I never did. I feel like I have a tendency to over-explain. I'm hoping that this video isn't too short, but if it is, I do apologize. I am not the best at editing and sometimes I feel like I make it a bit choppy. It's all a learning process. If you do make this makeup look or you do try it for like prom or whatever, please tag me on my socials. I'd like to see it. This was me at my prom. Yeah, I ate that. I even today wore like this dress to feel like prom themed. It's not really a prom dress. But anyway, that is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps a lot. And I love you all and I'll see you next time.